After a few technical difficulties, we're finally live. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Here we go.
Let's go! This ain't the Brock like or this game can he stink!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
What's going on, everybody? It's Rich, it's Butters, right here from Cards and Comics Connection. Would you stop hiding? God bless. It's in this very ring. We're a little late tonight because we had some technical difficulties. We're finally here. Shut up. Okay? You didn't do your job, damn it.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Who's the man that wanted to go play?
I said, set the show up. You said, I got it. I show up, nothing set up.
That's the laptop's fault, not my fault.
Nope, your fault. My world,
Technical difficulties.
My show, I'm sticking to the story. So, anyway, like I said, we're here live in Cards and Comics tonight, and we've got a huge show set up for you. We've got Vince McMahon, we got Brock Lesnar, we've got This Week in Wrestling, we've got the run-in, but all of this wouldn't be possible without our friends at Al-On-Z Travel. Al-On-Z Travel is specializing in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you to. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Use the link alonz-travel.com/request-a-proposal to get in touch with one of those talented travel agents. Then, Butters, what a week it has been.
Boring.
And I even told you last week, I was like, man, I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. Nothing's on the books. Nothing's planned. It's going to be one of those weird ones for us. What are we going to do?
Been a boring week in wrestling. Very boring. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wrestling gods would allow it. The shit hit the fan this week.
Literally, no.
Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. We're about to get into it, but our topic of conversation is brought to you by our friends at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team in Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. Check him out on the web, SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Vince McMahon's Smackdown appearance was premature and awkward. Agree, disagree. All right, so before we really get into what we think about McMahon's SmackDown appearance, I guess we should really set the stage, right? So earlier this week, there was a Wall Street Journal article that had come out. I guess that was, Wednesday? It had come out. And
Wednesday or Thursday, something like that.
Yeah, it was Wednesday morning. And hold on, I have it here. You sure? I have the New York Times article. But yeah, I have it here. See, I have all this saved in the Google Doc, so it's not opening how I want it to open, which is the story of my life. No, Christ. Screw it. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal that came out, I guess it was Wednesday, saying that there was an internal investigation going on into Vince McMahon and a $3 million hush pact that he had somehow put together. And John Laurinaitis was also referenced in that Wall Street Journal article as being a part of it all, right? And we're going to dive into the article as we talk about McMahon and his appearance, okay? Friday morning, it is announced that in a WWE and Board of Directors joint release that WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon has temporarily resigned, and his responsibilities as CEO and chairperson will go to Stephanie McMahon. And that was appointed by a special committee. I'm sorry, he voluntarily stepped back from his role. That's what this joint press release says. The press release goes on to say McMahon will retain his role and responsibilities related to WWE's creative content during this period and remains committed to cooperating with the review that's currently underway. McMahon's quoted saying, "I pledge my complete cooperation to the investigation by the special committee, and I will do everything possible to support the investigation. I've also pledged to accept the findings and outcome of the investigation, whatever they are." So that's God. So we're here in Texas. That had to have been about 8 a.m. So that was start of business when the stock market opened, everything like that, Friday morning. Within an hour of that release being dropped, WWE turns around and says that Vince will be on Smackdown last night. He'll just be on. All right? And immediately the internet wrestling community said, why? Why are you going on TV? Why are you going out there? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And we've had, me personally, I don't know how many you've had, countless instances all weekend long where we've said, what the hell is this man doing? Mm-hmm. Okay? And so he goes out last night, it happens, and he's out there for 40 seconds as soon as this thing starts. And his music hits, everybody starts singing, which was dumb. Like, how dumb do you have to be to, you know that this man is under investigation for a possible affair, for lewd conduct unbecoming of an officer in the business, mm-hmm. right? Like, you're going to hell. And what? You're going to sing No Chance in Hell.
Yeah, because y'all know he's got no chance in hell.
Get the hell out of here. And they cheer and they do their thing and everything like that. And he comes out and he goes, you know, what an honor it is to be here in front of the WWE Universe mm-hmm. in Minneapolis. And, you know, you get your cheap pump, go fuck yourself. And then he says, you know, there's those 4 words in what we call the WWE signature. Then, now, forever, but most importantly, together. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Smackdown. Throws the microphone and fucks off.
Because he wants everybody on his side.
But what the hell was that? What the actual hell was that?
Expect the unexpected? Everybody's expecting a speech and he's...
I want you to weigh in first, okay? Was it awkward and premature? Let's start there.
Premature, I'd say no, because everybody's hoping he'd make a statement. Everybody's hoping to make a statement as soon as possible. Wasn't premature. Awkward, yes. Because if you're just going to come out, to quote the tagline of WWE, then now forever together, mm-hmm. you're trying to say WWE's going to stay, you know, strong for a long time. Mm-hmm. Like it's always been in the past, the present, now, and then in the future. But together, meaning he's wanting the fans to be on his side. Mm-hmm. He's wanting to be together with the fans. I feel like he's trying. He doesn't want to say, you know, yeah, I did it. I come out and did it. He doesn't want to pull a Bill Clinton.
Okay.
You know, but he doesn't want to, you know, come out and say it. Just quiet. I mean, I don't think he's going to say it. But at the same time, I think they're going to come back. And he's just going to have it all clear so he can just be like, yeah, see, I told the fans we're all together in this. One love. Why not?
Oh, my God. I take such an issue with that mentality of thinking. And it's not nothing against you, right? Mm-hmm. Right? But so here's what I think happened. I think Vince McMahon said, I'll step down. Okay? And what I'll do is we'll put the special committee will be in charge and they'll name a new person, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to go on TV. I'm going to go on my product and I'm going to say, hey, we didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Mm-hmm. This is why I think it was premature. Because I think then his lawyer looked at him and said, "What are you doing? Why are you going on the air on your own product, on something that everybody knows is scripted?" And MSNBC was reporting that son of a bitch was walking out there in character. Okay? So, compile all this up. You just look stupid. Every wrestling fan on the planet tuned in to Smackdown last night.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Everybody tuned in. And within 40 seconds, everybody realized what a dumb schmuck he is. Right? Look, I will be the first person to turn around and say that I'm a WWE guy, right? AEW is like 1B for me. But I'm a WWE guy. Been a WWE guy, right? But to then turn around and do this shit.
We're in this together.
But you didn't say we're in this together. You just
I
said...
think it was implied with the togetherness.
No, I get it, but why? When the allegations are what the allegations are, why do you come out and say that I know you're going to back me? Because you know the very first people that turned around and said you're a stupid schmuck? The same assholes that he thought were going to back him. Right? I take a lot of issue with Vince going out there last night. Right? I think him stepping down was the smartest thing on the planet. Okay? Him stepping out of the way was super smart. I think that it was super... it was smart for them to put Stephanie in play, right? But I think it was a bad decision for Vince, knowing that he still has creative control. Right? He still keeps his creative responsibility, his creative duties, knowing that he still has that, and then sending him out was a mistake, man. It was wrong. It shouldn't have happened. It was a mistake. And you know, Chrome posted this last night. I'm gonna read it.
You gonna do a Chrome impression?
No, I'm not gonna do a Chrome impression. I'm gonna read Chrome. This is Chrome. This is the official statement of Chrome from ATD Lazy Booking. He said, quote, he's quoting Vince, the key word, together, end quote. If that appearance by Vince McMahon on SmackDown tonight wasn't the most Trump-esque thing, Trump-esque was for Vince to flip his naysayers the bird by showing his fans will support him through anything. I don't know what is WWE. So I want to break that down for a minute, though. Because I don't think his fans will... I mean, don't get me wrong, they cheered. Right?
Yep, they cheered the hell out of him.
Like the sheep they are, they cheered. And that's the other problem. In an arena, you've got primarily your amateur, casual fan.
Yep.
But at home, around the world, you've got us diehards that are like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to stop. Am I going to stop watching the product? No. Right? But am I going to sit here and say, Vince McMahon didn't do anything wrong? Vince McMahon is a god. Shut up. Like, just shut up, man.
Like a Meltzer comment there.
Here, and I said it yesterday in I don't remember if it was your chat or my chat with Jackson, Silent Hill, and Chef. Vince should have immediately gotten on a plane, booked an appearance on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, CBS. You've got a private plane. Start flying to wherever they can put a camera in front of you and do daytime. Do the talk show circuit. Do the nighttime circuit. You can't tell me that if you picked up a phone, if your publicist picked up a phone right now and said, hey, Vince McMahon wants to make a statement on your program tonight at 5. Or hold a joint press conference. Call all your local news outlets and tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know it's on every single newspaper in Connecticut. Right? Every local newspaper is running that story. And you don't do that. You decide, let's put him out on Friday Night Smackdown in front of the world where we all know this is scripted, and let's have him say the most vague thing on the planet. On planet Earth. And I get I'm rambling here.
Yeah.
Right? I get it. Right? But, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I get you. I mean,
that's the part that just struggles with me.
this whole situation is just
You know,
crazy.
Bryce chiming in saying Vince is wild. Sasha Banks is gone. Prayers to Jeff Hardy. Don't get me started. Hopefully he gets it together. Again, don't get me started. And Jacob Friel says, I thought it was just awkward that Vince was out there with everything going. It's just not a good look. I'm right there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was awkward. It shouldn't have happened. He should not have gone out that curtain. Right? Now, here's the other thing, and we're going to talk Nick Khan in a second. John Laurinaitis, head of talent relations, is mentioned in that Wall Street Journal article.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm going to say it right here. It's 10:17 on June 18th, Central Time Zone. I swear to Christ, come Monday or Tuesday, John Laurinaitis is going to resign from the WWE, and Vince McMahon will be back in power by end of business Friday. John's going to take the fall for Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, you've got a long way to go because there's reports that Vince used $3 million of his own money to keep people quiet and blah, blah, blah. But Vince could turn around saying he was doing it to cover John's ass, and John could back the story and this, that, and the other thing, and blah, blah, blah. Right? But this is a bad look for the WWE.
It really is.
John Laurinaitis is done. Done. The question is Vince. And I think the legal teams between the special committee, Vince's personal legal team, Laurinaitis' personal legal defense, right? Because you know they've got lawyers. You got to, at this point.
You got a lawyer up like a son of a bitch.
Right? And even if you did nothing wrong, just to make sure, because everybody in that room is a fucking lawyer. Right? All the assholes on that side of the table and all the douchebags on this side of the table are all lawyers. Right? So you need somebody to just speak lawyer at that point. And I guarantee you there's a deal being worked out to where Laurinaitis takes the fall and Vince comes back to power.
Oh, yeah. Laurinaitis is going to take a hell of a pay.
Right? It's going to be hush money on top of hush money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Stephanie announced a month ago that she was stepping away from her duties as chief brand officer to spend more time with her family. You can't help but ask yourself, did Stephanie find out? Did Stephanie find out that this was coming? Knew her entire world was about to go upside down? Take the month of May off?
She wasn't even off that long. It wasn't even the whole month.
Doesn't matter. I walked away.
Yeah.
I now have 24 hours a day to spend with my kids. They're out of school. I can do whatever I want with them. Call it 2 weeks. Call it 3 weeks. I don't care. Right? She knew that by this time, that it was getting out in June, she knew it was coming. She had to have. Because the other rumor is that a WWE employee leaked the news, which is what's stirring up the Nick Khan conversation. Do you know this conspiracy theory?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you
not
don't...
seen the Mortal Kombat picture?
Yeah, you sent me the Mortal Kombat picture. If you don't know this conspiracy theory, We're going to talk about it. There's a Forbes article that I have. I can figure out how to open it again.
Nick is trying to take over.
Right?
He's making his new NWO. Dear God.
So Meltzer is quoted in this article saying, as far as Nick Khan goes, obviously there are all kinds of conspiracy theories, a million ones, that he's like a shark taking over and getting rid of all the McMahons and everything like that. I don't know what the reality is when it comes to that. It's a minefield. Internally, no. Internally, nobody suggested anything like that. In Nick Khan's 2 years that he's been with the WWE, he has risen to power as one of the key figures, even ahead of Triple H and Stephanie. Notches on his belt include he's the one that got the $1 billion TV deals with Fox and NBC. The $1 billion deal with NBC to put the WWE Network on Peacock, right? And then let's just take a look at what has happened to the McMahon family in 2022. This is just 2022.
It starts with Shane.
Starts January 29th when Vince and Shane McMahon have their spat at the Royal Rumble. Shane's removed from further plans. Shane's out, gone. March 25th, Triple H reveals all his health details and announces his in-ring retirement. May 19th, 1 month ago, Stephanie announces she's taking a leave of absence from the company. And then on the 15th, Wall Street Journal drops allegations on Vince's secret hush pact. Like, are you for real?
He's taking them out one by one. I mean, yes, Stephanie's back as the interim CEO, but how long is that going to happen before he decides to take her too?
But here's the thing. All right, Triple H has health issues. Triple H is Triple H, right?
But while he was out, they took away all of his NXT personnel.
Which is fine. You wiped out his team. Fine. Stephanie hasn't gone nowhere.
Yeah, but you wiped out his talent too at that point.
Doesn't matter. I think the special committee appointed Stephanie because they know at the end of the day, Stephanie's clean. What is Stephanie, other than being maybe a bitch? Right? A corporate bitch, the $1 billion princess, art imitating reality, reality imitating art.
Yeah.
What has she done? The woman's never in the news. If anything, the woman's the figurehead of Be a Star. All the women empowerment stuff that
No,
they
as
do.
we said, the only time she's ever in the news is always positive.
Exactly. So, look, if Nick Khan is going after the McMahons and he's trying to take over the company, first of all, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Good luck.
I mean, his biggest obstacle is going to be Stephanie because she's got nothing on her.
Exactly. Clean as a whistle. Right? Shane was already on his way out anyway. Nobody gives a fuck about Shane. Nobody's cared about Shane since before WrestleMania 32. That part's irrelevant. Right? But with Vince, you had so much. And then you went with this. And apparently there's an affair happening. Apparently there's a paralegal involved in this.
I think the paralegal was the affair.
Possibly. And then there's also the conversation of how over the years Vince has paid off other people to shut up about things. Right? So Vince is probably fucked. And not in the good way.
Yeah.
Right? But if Laurinaitis can take the fall, what a move.
Well, the other thing is Vince isn't like completely out. I didn't even realize it was on. Vince isn't completely out.
No, I know. That's
he still has the creative over backstage. He's still going to be at all the shows. That's about the only thing he's pretty much doing at this point. He's still running Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Yep.
He's just running the shows at this point.
Yep.
He isn't running the company. He isn't. So he's still got something going on, but not everything.
To me, I think he should not have gone out last night I think he should have.
I think this was a way to show the whole world that everybody backs him up regardless. Everybody's gonna cheer him regardless of what he does. Nobody's gonna boo him.
But is that a cocky move?
Oh, by far, it's the cockiest fucking move you can
Right, and I don't think that's the right play right now.
make. I'm not saying it is. I'm
think
just saying the only reason he went out there was to tell everybody, fans got my back.
I think the smarter play was very easily on Monday. You start hitting. You put your face in front of every camera possible, right? Do tell-alls. If you got nothing to hide,
Yep.
right? Do tell-alls. Do a press conference. Do something. Don't do a joint press release that goes to your corporate page, right? And then have Vince come out later that night. Like I'd have been very, very okay if Vince walked out and Vince gave some sort of conversation of, I understand this is what's happening, right? We're aware of the situation. As you all know, I have stepped down as chairman and CEO, which they didn't announce him as the chairman of the board last night.
That part I didn't hear the announcement part.
But they didn't announce him as chairman of the board. They said, fuck that guy.
I just heard his speech.
But it was, he could have come out and said, hey, this is what we've done. This is what's happening. This is real. This is not part of the show. Right? And then from there, welcome to SmackDown. Enjoy the show. Right? Reiterate your statement, if anything else. Right? And then you want to say, hey, but you know what? We stand together.
Yep.
Right? And together, we still have a responsibility to put on a product for you, the fans. Right? You want to turn that, you want to spin that to where together, I still have a responsibility to you.
Yep.
Sold. But whoever wrote it should be taken out back in Old Yeller. And if nobody wrote it, Old Yeller, the old man.
Oof.
Right? I know it's rough, but damn it, man. It's internally frustrating to me because I am not the smartest man in the room.
Duh.
Fuck you. I'm not the smartest man in the room. I'm not the most qualified to have some of these conversations when we start talking about legality and business.
Oh, hell no. Don't get me started
Right?
with legalities.
But I think anybody,
I ain't no lawyer.
I think the 5-year-old watching cartoons this morning could tell you that that was dumb. Right? That was really stupid. Or, Mommy, why did the old man just speak words? What are we doing? And then, because now I'm going to segue. Because now I'm pissed off. Now I'm on a roll. And then to cap everything off, your main event that night is Matt Riddle versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Heavyweight Galactic Blue Purple Fuck You title. Roman wins. Can't believe the match actually happened. First of all, we're getting that in a second.
Hey, Riddle did a good job last night.
And it was a great match. I'm not taking away from the match. Did you see me reshare our clip from last week? And I said this aged well.
Oh, yeah.
I shared it as the main event started. Okay. So then Roman gets on the mic and says, I've gone through everybody. I said I would beat everybody and leave. Then get the fuck out. And no sooner does he say that, it's awkward because we're mistiming because we can't do shit anymore on time. Clearly, as evidence to show is, do anything on time anymore. And out walks the alpha male of our species, the beast incarnate, Brock Cowboy Fuck Lesnar. For the 18th millionth time, we're going to put these jackasses against each other.
Last man standing at SummerSlam.
Fuck off.
They got plenty of other people. You can do Bobby. You can do AJ. He ain't touched those two yet. Roman still had people.
It's bewildering to me. And all right, let's back up for a second. If you tell me Roman and Brock are gonna fight again, fine. I'm not happy about it, but fine. But within 15 minutes of the show ending, you've announced that not in 2 weeks at Money in the Bank, which is your next premium live event. No. Why would we do that? No. 6 weeks from now, we're going to announce it's Brock versus Roman. Okay, fine. For the title, fine. Obviously, we can all expect that. Fine. But now, for some bloody reason, it's a last man standing match? What happened last night that says it should be a last man standing match? That man walked out there and F5'd all three of them.
I don't even understand the booking. Okay, I don't understand. I agree with you. Why is it a last man standing? Like,
Frank says it's lazy booking, you might say.
oh
Fuck
God,
you, Frank. No. And here comes Goldberg after that feud. No, absolutely not. Now, and John has a comment up here. John says, agree, Vince should just sit back and not say shit. When you're as rich as him, you can get a lot of shit swept under the rug. First part of it, I agree with you. Second part of it, yeah, you're probably right. And then Frank goes on to say, with Vince's departure, it really makes a lot of this Attitude Era clips very awkward to watch.
but my thing, like you said, last man standing doesn't make sense. Like, is it because he dropped everybody and he's the only man standing in the ring? Like, yeah, they had a match at WrestleMania. Oh no, it didn't go as he planned because, yay, shit happened. Now what? Now you want it basically no DQ, last man standing,
But that's
beat
my
the piss out of
problem.
each other match?
But that in of itself, all right.
The only reason you fucking booked it is because you couldn't get goddamn Orton at SummerSlam.
Which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. Orton had his injury update earlier this week. It was pretty much, dear God, put the hat back on. It was pretty much announced that Orton's out for the rest of 2022. That's fine.
Mhm.
You could have not done this match last night, the Riddle Reigns match. You could have found some chicken shit way out of it. Skip Money in the Bank
Mhm.
and go straight to SummerSlam with this feud.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been happy, but I'd at least understand, hey, we have to call an audible, Randy's hurt. At least give us some time to figure it out. Right? Understandable. I
Yeah.
get it, right? We had plans. You thought ahead, Randy got hurt, shit happens, no problem. Right? But you knew Randy got hurt, and you still brought out the walking onion. What are we doing, man?
Vince going out in style
How is this going out of style?
because the moment Vince leaves, Brock's probably gonna leave.
Which is fine, right?
So throw one more big, but you had to have something big at SummerSlam. You couldn't have Jimmy.
Build me a
Jacking off.
proper Roman AJ Styles. Sold. Done. I'll take it. Build me a proper Finn Balor Roman.
You could do anybody. I mean, hell, even at SummerSlam, you could do Braun Breaker versus Roman freaking Reigns.
No, you couldn't.
You could.
No, you couldn't. All right. I'll entertain this. I'll entertain
That
this.
was the only thing I had.
How do you book that?
We don't have anything else.
Walk me through. As of Tuesday night, how do you book Braun Breaker?
Oh, we
I'm
have-
just saying.
No.
I'm not saying how to complete it. I'm saying you can just book Braun versus Roman.
How? Why? Where's the logic?
Take the titles off of him, all back to NXT.
I swear to God, I didn't think it was possible. You've said some of, by far, the dumbest things on the planet on this show, and I thought that everybody would fall out of the ring when number 30 comes out. Royal Rumble took the cake, but oh no, ladies and gentlemen, brand new one. This one takes the cake right here. Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker in what? 2 months.
For all the titles.
For all the titles.
Why not?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I can definitely get us there. You're an idiot.
I mean, or you just have Roman take the NXT title and now he's got all the titles for real.
You're dumb.
Never said I was smart.
No one ever said you're smart.
Well, you're just smart.
You can't say that with a straight face and you know it.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hey, see, John agrees with me. That was the dumbest suggestion ever. Thank you, John. I appreciate John. You're a schmuck. Oh, man. Now, in hindsight, in retrospect, armchair quarterback 2020 vision, Monday morning quarterback. See what I did there? If you know, you know. I can see the logic behind I can't get Orton. I need a big name. Let me get Brock. Because you don't have, but you don't have to build that story a whole lot, right?
Yeah, because he wants his shit back.
There's the history there, right? There's the backstory. I get it. Oh my God, that is the best comment ever. John says, Butters, are you related to Eugene?
I don't know. I gotta ask.
That is my favorite comment of all time. Brian Daly says, "What's up, guys? What's going on, Daly? What up?" But anyway, I get that there's backstory there, but why do you automatically come out and tell me that they're going to be in the last minute? That's what I can't wrap my head around.
Maybe, like I said, because he's the last man in the ring at the end of the night, so last man standing out of everybody. I know that's a stretch, but at the same time, that's the only stretch I can stretch.
It's the only stretch you've ever done in your entire life.
I've done a couple stretches at work. Might pull a muscle every time I do it, just.
The most stressful thing you do is reach for the remote on the other side of the nightstand.
No, the most stressful thing I do is lift my spoon for that ice cream.
There's that too. That's fair. Billy liked that one. Billy liked that one a lot. But
that's my exercise. Lift the spoon.
I just don't want this. You have so much time. You're skipping Money in the Bank, which is fine, which tells me we're going to put all the focus. And this is the one pay-per-view where I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the title not being defended anymore at Money in the Bank because too many people want to see them cash in that night, and I hate that.
The other thing is, you've also got to tie up time for Clash of the Castle. Because they've already announced that match.
But that match is subject to change.
You can subject to change all you want, but I'm just saying.
Right? But, and I don't give a damn about Clash of the Castle yet. We're nowhere near there.
I understand that, but...
Right? One clusterfuck at a time. Okay? But my thing is, with Money in the Bank, which is in, 2 weeks? Next week's our preview show. The week after is our live reaction show. Yeah, okay. So 2 weeks' time is Money in the Bank.
Yep, Money in the Bank, July 2nd.
Right, which I'm okay with that being all about Money in the Bank.
I'm gonna bless you.
Thank you. All about being Money in the Bank. Stop it. All about being Money in the Bank and about the contenders and about people winning and, now the mystery looming. I'm okay with that. It's one pay-per-view. I'm okay with the title not being defended at. But now you have, from there, it's 3 weeks before SummerSlam? So now we're talking 5 weeks' time. You could have built anything because you've got 5 hours a week to do it. You mean to tell me in what is that, 25 hours of programming, you can't build me a half-decent story between Roman and, I don't know, anybody with a pulse and some talent?
Bobby could just say he deserves it because, shitty shenanigans at the Rumble.
Roman and AJ just because. No, John, you were doing so well. John says, I got it. Bring in former WCW champion David Arquette to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, said Butters. Oh, never mind. John's still doing well. I could see you saying something like that, though.
Not David Arquette, though.
Butters, you flat out looked at me and said Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns in 5 weeks. 6 months ago, you said he'll come out at number 30 and everybody will just magically
That was
fall out
last
of the
year,
ring.
jackass.
Whatever. Irrelevant. It feels like yesterday. You said that he was going to walk out at number 30 and it was going to be something out of Doctor Strange and everybody was just going to fall out of the ring. Do you listen to yourself when you speak about these things sometimes?
Nope.
Have I failed you as a friend?
Nope.
Okay.
Shit just pours out.
Uh-huh.
No filter. It just kind of rumbles through. Because if the filter actually turned itself on every once in a while, it might actually check and say dumb shit and go back.
Does that ever happen?
What?
Like, he actually checks himself before he speaks? I've got conflicting reports over here. So, the jury's out.
Yeah, they're at a standstill. Hey-o.
That's what you're going to say.
I don't know what you're going to say, but I don't know what you thought you were going to say, but I don't even think I know what I
Prism's
thought you were
here
gonna say.
chiming in. What the hell did Vince really step down, or is this a gimmick thing he's doing?
Oh, no.
You know what? Hold on, though. Because it's Prism, and I love Prism, for argument's sake,
God damn it.
could you imagine? Let's have fun with this, because I've been bitchy for the last, how long we've been on the air? 42 minutes.
You have not been on the air for 42 minutes. So we're fucking way.
Yes, we have. There's a timer on here. And it's 10:42.
I'm sure your timer's just like your computer all fucked up.
I'm sorry, it's 10:42. We went live at 10
Damn!
o'clock.
Oh, dude.
It's the one thing over here that's actually working.
Can I get you some burn cream?
No, I have that at home. But I've been bitchy for the last 42 minutes. The people in the other room probably think I'm a nutcase. I have not heads nodding to confirm this. Thank you. But let's assume for a second that this is a work. They see what AEW's doing, and Vince is like, huh, I can do it better.
This would be the utmost craziest fucking shit Vince has ever done.
There's a small part of me that thinks it might be the smartest thing he's ever done. If he could fool, this is a whole nother like higher power. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Well, but then Friday would make a whole lot more sense of him not saying shit and just coming out with this awkward fucking talk.
And they have all sorts of
Right?
This is fucking cool.
Could you imagine?
Look at people are doing fucking nuts on this shit.
Could you imagine if everything that's been going on since January with Nick Khan and all of this was a work?
I don't think the Nick Khan stuff could be a work. I think it's more of what's going on right now with Vince would be the work. Because they're seeing what's going on with AEW and MJF and the network wanting MJF off the network.
Yeah.
What happens if Vince did it? Except Vince did it faker. Who's to say that so-called WWE employee wasn't Vince McMahon himself?
All right, I'm going to say it. I really hope I'm wrong. I swear to God, I hope I'm wrong. If I've ever wanted to be wrong before, I think it's today with this scenario right here. John says, Butters just said bring all the belts to NXT. Frank says Brock Breaker versus Roman Reigns in a 5-week storyline's a nightmare. Not even Tony Khan could do it. Frank goes on to say, if it's a gimmick, it's not a really good one. It's cringy with all the stories that are seeping. I get it. John, Vince should pull the footage that he died when his limo blew up. Can we all? That was in the news earlier this week because it was the anniversary of that. It was like the 15-year anniversary or some shit of that.
Well, since he couldn't get that to work because of
Oh
Benoit,
my God! Okay, I'm not kidding here. I need this to be wrong. I've never needed this to be wrong so badly in my life.
well, I mean, If it's the anniversary of the limo,
Oh, that's not
he couldn't get it to work because of Benoit. Let's say we try to get it to work now.
Please let me be wrong. God in heaven, let me be wrong.
Hey, man.
The movie poster.
I'm
Come on.
so glad that somebody brought this up and thought it was a gimmick so I could say this. I didn't out to say it. I've been thinking it. I won't lie. I swear
I've
to
seen a
God,
couple posts.
when
I've
I
seen a
fir-
couple posts asking
when
about
I
it.
first heard about it, that's why I didn't read into anything. I was like, this is just bullshit. It's not real. Fitz is paying somebody.
It's real to me, damn it.
Yes, right? I'm like, I'll wait a little bit. And then Ted says, thanks, Billy. Vince is a legend. I'm going to do my walk. Say now, forever, together. Throw the mic. I got FU money. I'm untouchable, bitches.
I mean, he really does.
It's the best comment. Oh, man.
Is that why he put his house up for sale?
Oh, truly, I think the house up for sale has nothing to do with it. Like, all right, all jokes aside, it's just him and Linda. He doesn't need that big of a house anymore.
I mean, this is true. Don't get me wrong. This is true. But at the same time, it's a coincidence the house gets put up for sale right as this is about to go on.
Whose house?
Big Mac, Vinnie Mac.
Why is it putting it outside?
Because never mind. My initial response was not good.
Fucking say it. We've already been saying stupid shit anyways.
No, this is Women's Royal Rumble uncomfortable comment. I'm not going there. So if you don't know what that means, we did the Royal Rumble live reaction at my house, and we were live reacting to the Women's Royal Rumble. And if you go back and you watch our chat from that night, we couldn't say about 50% of the comments that were being said. They were lewd. They were inappropriate. A bunch of men talking about the women wrestling. So
Post it.
Oh no, this would have got us kicked off the air permanently.
the FCC would have somehow come after me.
So what'd you do? You film it?
No, we were live. We were
filming?
100% live, but it was our chat. We just didn't put any of the comments on the air.
Got it.
And that's another good thing, right? Don brings up let Linda run the show. Linda's not gonna come back, Don. I think Linda, when she stepped away to do her politics a few years ago, she closed the door on WWE in the sense of being a part of the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the worst thing she could have done. I don't think she ever should have ran for politics, but that's besides the point.
Some people just got aspiration for other things.
It's fine, sure,
Probably
whatever.
tired of wrestling.
Probably. But that's when the company started going downhill, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Right? I would love to see what a WWE now looks like if Linda never wanted to run for office.
If she was still backstage doing shit.
Because we would have never gone the PG route. We went PG because Linda ran for office.
This is true.
So,
Yeah, but they also went PG because all the mommies and daddies, they were losing money off the people that.
they would have been fine. I truly think they would have been okay.
Cena wouldn't have sold as much merchandise as the kids.
Cena would have been fine.
Still wouldn't have sold as much merchandise.
I disagree. I think that they would have had a rough patch, and then people would have said, well, they're not changing, so fuck it, we're just going to keep watching it. Wrestling fans. We don't get our way after 3 or 4 months. We just eventually shut up.
Wait a minute. I opened house.
This is true, but still.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done talking about WWE. I'm done talking about
Vinnie Mac.
Vinnie Mac. I'm over all of it. Forbidden Door build.
Build it up pretty damn good so far.
I'm excited for it. I'm not excited that the Bucks have the titles again.
Well, that's because somebody fucked up early. I'm not going to say anything more than that. But that's just because somebody fucked up at the beginning of the week.
Say more.
It's called Jeff Hardy.
Oh, he's a schmuck.
Because I honestly do believe 100% the Hardys would have won that ladder match had Jeff not got arrested.
He's an absolute idiot.
He's an absolute train wreck. He's starting to become Sonny, and I hate to say that,
I'm so over it right now.
but I honestly think that match was meant for the Hardys to win the tag titles, and then go on and face the Bucks and have their little,
So I mean, right now we have Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the interim AEW World Title since CM Punk is out with injury.
That ought to be a good match.
Pac versus Miro versus Malachi Black or Penta, and then the fourth person, which is the New Japan side of things. That'll be a fatal four-way for the inaugural AEW All Atlantic Championship, which is stupid. I'm not saying the name of this team.
Let me see.
Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
You don't want to lay sex gods?
No. And Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino, I guess, in a six-man tag team match. This one I'm most excited for. Easily, hands down, best match of the night. It's going to be Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, you know it. It's Will fucking Ospreay.
Easily one of the best matches of the night. Thunder Rosa, Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Title.
It's going to be a good match.
And then FTR versus United Empire versus Beretta and Rocky Romero. This is a three-way winner-take-all for the ROH and IWGP titles. Beretta and Romero are the only team in this match that are not champions. FTR hold the ROH, and United Empire holds the IWGP. Something else to think about, Jay White was on Dynamite. I had to think about which is the Wednesday show. I totally forgot for a second.
I feel like this is going to turn into a triple threat between the three of them. Paige, Cole, and
White.
And yeah.
Yeah, Adam Cole. That's annoying. And Jay White.
Yep.
I
think this turns, well, the way they keep going, I think this turns into a triple threat. And even if it's a triple threat, we're still going to have a banger of a match.
I'm very, very excited for that. I like the promo that White cut on Wednesday night, laying out Hangman and with Adam on the ramp, well, on the stage, I'm sorry, signaling that he's going to go after White's title. And I like that. Right? I think it's the one thing about Forbidden Door, other than Ospreay Cassidy, that I'm really excited for. I think the tag team match is going to be great, but that's almost expected.
I think you're just setting up a great pay-per-view in general. It's probably going to be their best pay-per-view of the year, if everything turns out right.
You've got a lot of room for error, though. The
only thing I didn't understand, and this is just me, love Toni Storm to death, but why couldn't you have Thunder Rosa face one of New Japan's people?
Because I don't think they want to make every single title match versus somebody in New Japan.
And that seems the way it's going, even with Japan's titles.
No, I get that, right? I get it. This is where I'm a little concerned. Other than the interim AEW World Championship and the winner-take-all tag match, I don't think a single title changes hands, which is typical AEW.
Well, then you got the
AEW
Mid-Atlantic. I mean, that's just going to be a new title.
That's just going to be a new title, right? And there's a small part of me that thinks that's going to go on Miro.
Oh, I think that's 100% easy done.
Or Malachi.
Still think it's Miro.
If it's not Miro, it's Malachi.
Because I think they're going to do a trios thing.
Maybe, but not it.
Malachi would be the next best one.
Right, and I don't know who New Japan's planning on putting in there.
Well, see, that's the other thing is, depending on who New Japan puts in there, that could be the big factor too.
Right, and this is the other thing I don't want to happen. I don't want all the New Japan people to win. I don't want all the AEW people to win. And I'm disappointed in the interim AEW championship.
Because you think it should have been a different AEW person instead of Moxley?
Correct. Number one.
Not saying it had to be Wardlow.
Number two, I don't think you need it.
What, an interim champion?
An interim champion. I
think he just wants to have the title being defended at a regular basis.
But we're not defending the title on a regular basis now. We're not doing that. We're not WWE and putting Roman Reigns, putting CM Punk in a title match on a random Friday night. We're not doing it.
You do it every once in a while, though.
Not enough for me to say, I need you to have a title. I need to have a title. Also got the TNT title. I've got the TBS title for the women. I've got the tag titles for both sides. You've got enough gold, and you're bringing out this all Atlanta. Sorry, you're right.
At least not right now, though.
Right. But you've got all these titles. You don't need an interim championship.
You got all these titles. Plus, you're more likely going to make two more in the trios than the women's.
Because you know what you've now told me?
What's that?
You told me that Tanahashi's winning that match.
That's fine.
That's what you've told me. You told me Tanahashi's winning that match. Because we all wanted Punk Tanahashi. We were promised Punk Tanahashi. Punk got hurt.
We're going to get Punk Tanahashi.
That's my problem. I would rather you say, we're still going to do Punk Tanahashi for the title when Punk is medically cleared to wrestle. I don't need this interim bullshit. The one thing I hate about AEW, we do too much of the interim bullshit, and we don't do enough of just...
Well, see, and this is another thing with AEW that I've noticed. Every time they do an interim, they do a title unification, and the winner holds both titles for the longest fucking time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You unified the titles. Toss the other one aside, and now you have the one. You don't need two of the same God blessed title over your shoulder.
Exactly.
The only reason WWE's done it a little differently is because you got Universal and World title.
Don't say it.
And you got Raw and Smackdown titles. That's the only difference. That's the only difference they got.
Yeah, you're holding the same title in AEW. You're holding the exact same title.
Yep. I mean, look at the TBS, right? The men's
TNT.
I hate the fact that they did TNT TBS. But TNT title, look at it. Every time, like I said, hey, I got the TNT title. I got two titles. You got one fucking title. You're just holding it twice because you unified what you didn't. Unified what you didn't need to fucking unify. You said, hey, let's say you were the interim. Cool. Now we fight to see who the real champ is. Cool. I'm the real champ. Get your ass out of here and throw that belt away on your way out.
Right, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm just tired of
interim champions and second title belts.
Yeah, I'm over it. I don't need it. I think everything else is going to be really, really good for that night. I'm very excited for it. That's on a Sunday.
I wished.
I really think it's on a Sunday.
I think it is.
June 26th.
I don't think AEW's done very many, if any, Saturday shows.
Yeah, it's on a Sunday. So I would really like to see. I'm going to watch it.
July 6th?
June 26th.
Oh, June 26th.
It is next weekend. So our show next week, we'll dive more into. We'll do preview for both. We'll do preview for Forbidden Door. That'll probably be what kicks off the show. And then we'll preview Money in the Bank. Hopefully we have everything figured out by next week.
So can we get a door for the show next week? And I can just kick it open?
Here's what I feel like would happen if you did that. Billy, don't go anywhere. This is going to be funny. Butters is going to attempt to kick said door open. And one of two things is going to happen. He's either going to seriously hurt himself, and we're all going to laugh. Or he's going to kick the door open. It's going to fling back, and it's going to knock his ass out. And then we're all really going to laugh. Why not? I'm just saying.
Or I'm just going to kick that bitch open. It's going to stay open. And I'm going to walk through that door like, yo, what's up?
Anybody want to put money on that?
Kicking the door open.
You're stupid.
Ted wants slicker than butter.
Ted wants to know, why is Will Ospreay facing Orange Cassidy? Will Ospreay's been saying he wants to face Pac. Here's your chance, AEW. I don't know. I don't know.
Because they put Pac in the Mid-Atlantic title match.
Probably. Honestly, I think that's really the only reason why they needed somebody. Ted goes, that would be genius. Smartest thing Butters ever said. Pre-tape, it can be the intro. Only if it fails. It's only good if it fails. I love you to death, but that only works if it fails.
About as much as Ralphie's chair. Sorry, Ralph, we love you.
Is that in here? I think it is.
I'm pretty sure Ralphie's chair is in there.
It's in there. It's 100% in there. That was good. That was well played. Well played in Giddly Dee.
Butters 2, Ralphie 0.
But yeah, that'll be our show next week. I got nothing else. The McMahon thing.
The only thing I only got would be, passing Dave Hebner. I mean, I get it, being a good referee, but still.
Sucks. Sorry.
But I mean, other than that, I don't think I've got anything. Let me double check.
So, all right, let's run through the next few weeks.
Running.
So, next week is going to be a preview for Forbidden Door. We might preview Money in the Bank on the same show, depending on if WWE has everything figured out. The following week, we're going to live react to Money in the Bank. That will be, we're going to hopefully start on time. The only reason we wouldn't be is if I can't get out of the office on time, right? That may be something where you get to the house, get everything set up, and go that way. The week after, super excited that we're doing another Star Wars show. That'll be the 9th. And then we still haven't made our decision if we're doing a show for Comic Palooza or not.
That'll just come up soon. That'll come up close to Comic Palooza.
Yeah, once we know what Comic Palooza is going to look like, we'll make that decision. Ted wants to know, before we get out of here, last one for the night. What do you guys think about AEW girls saying Rosa was sandbagging her opponent? Nah. Don't give a fuck.
I don't think she was. I think everybody's just making too much of it.
She's at the top, so she's going to be criticized. Right? That's really what it boils down to. She's at the top, and everybody's going to say bad things about her because they don't want her. They don't want her at the top.
Yeah.
Right? That's ultimately what's going to happen.
So, they're making a movie on the Von Erichs.
I did read that.
And they're getting Zac Efron to star in it.
Yes, I did see that.
They don't know who's going to play yet, but that ought to be interesting. It's going to be called The Iron Claw. I mean, basically just, a movie on the Von Erichs, beginning to the end.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah, no, I'm interested to see it.
I love the Von Erichs. I love the story behind them.
It's sad, but I mean...
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, but I'm here for it.
So it ought to be an interesting movie.
Absolutely. But we're going to get out of here, guys. It is getting late. So we are going to wrap everything up. We are brought to you every single week by Alon Z Travel. Alon Z Travel specializes in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a unique custom vacation for you. What are you doing?
Did someone say Disney?
I did. What the hell?
Did someone say Disney?
Yeah. You understand the camera's there, right?
Yes, but
Why are you putting them here? The camera's there.
My angles are off. My head is off.
The light's right there. Use the link alonz-travel.com/request-a-proposal to get in touch with one of us to talk about creating a vacation for you. And then Dr. Paul Vidal and his team at Specialized Physical Therapy, they sponsored our poll question tonight. Check them out on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. For Butters, I'm Rich. Big shout out to Cards and Comics for letting us do the show here once again, as always. And guys, we'll catch you next week. Tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We are out of here.